Here's your free beauty and lifestyle hack for this episode. FabFitFun is a way to save money on beauty and lifestyle products from brands you love, discover new brands, and treat yourself to something nice without overpaying. Sign up at fabfitfun.com/manifest to customize your box and get access to discounts up to 70% off on brands like Fenty, Free People, and Our Place, just to name a few. And if you're not in love with the season's options, you can take the credit to shop their exclusive flash sales of up to 70% and save on the biggest brand names out there. If you join FabFitFun as a new seasonal member right now, you'll get 20% off your membership so that your first box is only $47.99 for up to a $300 value box each season. But only while supplies last. FabFitFun boxes sell out and sell out quickly. Join FabFitFun today and save at fabfitfun.com/manifest. fabfitfun.com/manifest.
A little while ago, I had the idea that I wanted to sell the Manifest Planner, and I had no idea where to get started. I had no idea on so many things, but one of the things that I really didn't know about was shipping and e-commerce and selling products online, and that is why I'm so glad that I use and found Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide, including mine. Whether you're a garage entrepreneur or IPO ready, Shopify is the only tool you need to start, run, and grow your business without the struggle. Sign up for a $1 per month trial at shopify.com/manifest, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/manifest to take your business to the next level today. Shopify.com/manifest. You know what got me excited when I was a kid? It was like ice cream cones and going to the beach. And while that stuff still gets me excited now, you know what gets me excited as a 25-year-old? A doctor that actually understands me, listens to me, and makes me feel super comfortable. And thanks to ZocDoc, I now have that. Go to ZocDoc.com/manifest and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/manifest. ZocDoc.com/manifest. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Manifest with Tori DeSimone. I'm your host, Tori DeSimone, and hope you guys are having an amazing Monday. I just want to know how it's already the middle of July. I mean, honestly, the summer has just started, okay? It absolutely is flying by and it really needs to slow down. I've started seeing people post about the fall and Halloween and like how they're so excited for the fall time. And I am just not ready for any of that. Like, we are so in the dog days of summer. It's hot, it's humid, it's like the prime time. Like, I want this to stay forever. I just love summer. I could live in this season of life forever. So I just need all the fall posts, I can't wait for Halloween, I can't wait for pumpkin. I need it all to stop because honestly, it will have its time. It always does. It will always arrive. But can't we just be where our feet are? Can't we just enjoy this summer? I mean, I personally live 9 months of the year for these 3 months. So for me, this is all I want. And I'm just like absolutely living for it. I mean, seriously, like the long days, the warm sunrises, like walking out of your house and having it be warm is such an experience and like the best one. I am so grateful to live at the beach, outdoor showers. Oh my God, like the only thing I'm doing lately is outdoor showering. I'm like an outdoor shower fiend these days, and I'm like simply not okay because of it. I have moved all of my shower stuff from my indoor shower to the outside shower, and I'm like exclusively showering outside. Any excuse I can to take a shower, I'm taking it. Like, I go to the beach and I washed my hair earlier, but like now it's just a little salty. I'm going to take a shower. I just can't help it. Like, any excuse I can, I'm showering. And I'm also washing my hair every single day. Not sure if that's good or not, but it's kind of like a new thing that I've been doing. And I like it. It works for me. But I've also been using a few new products in my showers that I feel like have been making my hair grow so much right now. I had really long hair and then I cut it in November and it was growing, standard length, standard pace. And then in the beginning of the summer, I cut it again. And now I just kind of want inches. Like I just want a lot of hair and I want it to be really long again. I knew this would happen, but like, isn't that part of being a girl? Like you grow your hair long, then you cut it, then you love it. And then like, I want long hair again. And then when you get it long again, then you cut it. And like the cycle just repeats and repeats. It's part of being a girl. So I'm in the phase of being a girl right now where I want my hair to grow long again. And I've been using a couple of products that have been really amplifying my hair growth. And I linked them all in my LTK, which I'll also link down below. But I've been using the Bondi Boost HG shampoo conditioner. HG stands for hair growth. I've been using that. I also use the Vegamore Grow Serum, GRO, and I also use the Vegamore Grow shampoo and conditioner. The shampoo and conditioner is on the indoor shower, and the Bondi Boost is in the outside shower. And I use the hair serum every time I get out of the shower. I just put it right on my scalp, and it doesn't make my scalp like greasy or oily or anything like that. And then I also take 2 of the Nature's Bounty Hair Skin Nail gummies every single morning, and I swear my hair has been growing like an inch a week. It is growing really, really fast at the moment. I also just use a lot less heat on it in the summer, so I think that has something to do with it. But my hair is just growing really fast and it's all working. So I'll link below in my LTK the products that I use, which by the way, my LTK, I have an intern for the summertime and she has been really bumping up my LTK and it is off the freaking charts. She rocks and my LTK, I have to say, rocks. I personally, as a consumer, shop on LTK all the time because it takes a lot of the work out of things for me. So like if I have a dinner and I don't know what I want to wear, or if I have a bookshelf that I want to style, or if I want to like fill up a purse with something, but I don't know like what to fill up like a beach bag with or whatever, I go on LTK all the time and use it. One is Pinterest and just as inspo because the girls on there are all really cute and like very normal girls. But secondly, everything's already styled for me and put into a post for me. So it just makes it really easy. So I personally, as a consumer, use LTK all the time to shop. So I like beefed up my creator side of LTK so that I could also get the benefit of my own LTK. But, and for you guys as well. So if you guys don't shop on LTK, you should really try and see if it's for you. Like since I started shopping on LTK, I've just been obsessed with it. So I'll link mine down below. And my intern has just been going off on my LTK and she is making it so good. I always tell her like what kind of stuff I use. So it's all products that I use. But she just has made it look really beautiful because before it was not beautiful. But she has just made it amazing. Anyway, I'll link it down below. But we're not here to talk about my LTK or my hair growth or my outdoor showers for that fact of the matter. We're here to talk about 5 simple health and wellness tips for the summer and kind of how to begin or maintain an active lifestyle this summer. Now, I want to preface this by saying I'm only giving 5 tips today because whether it's 5 tips or 105 tips, starting these simple tips is not always easy. And recently, Nick Bear made a really great podcast episode that I will link down below that talks about the difference of simple versus easy. Because while something might be simple, like for example, like drinking a glass of water is a simple piece of advice, but actually doing it isn't always easy. So these are simple tips, but that doesn't make them easy. And that's why I didn't want to overwhelm and just do like a big list of like, you know, my 20 fitness tips or my 20 health tips or even 10, because implementing one of these tips will make you feel better. So implementing 5, imagine how great you would feel. Less is more sometimes. And in this instance, I really do feel that way. So I really just did want to do 5 simple health and wellness tips for the summer because with summer being in full swing, it's time to like take a breath and really just embrace the current season of life. And while I know we love fall and we love football games and we love pumpkin and we love the crisp air, I want to live in summer year round. And there's just something so happy and comforting and just like truly living my best life in the summertime. She if you guys listen to my episode from last week, lives in the summer year round. So naturally, I just find myself being happier in the summertime. I find myself being more active in the summertime. And I tend to just want to lead a healthier lifestyle in the summertime. And these are some tips that I have for leading, beginning, or maintaining an active lifestyle this summer, both mentally and physically, with wellness and health. So let's begin and try out these simple 5 tips that you guys can begin today and feel better. The first tip that I have is a consistent sleep schedule. I find that when I'm on a consistent sleep schedule, I naturally just feel so much better overall. I'm really putting this in work this summertime, and it's just been so beneficial. And my Aura ring, which I wear all day, every day, tracks my sleep, and my readiness score has been very consistently high and good. I always have the little crown emoji like every day above my readiness score because my sleep has been very consistent this summer. And I really credit a lot of my consistent sleep routine to the early mornings and the later sunsets. So with the sun rising at like 5:15, 5:30 every morning, and then the sun setting at like 8:30 or 9 every single night, it's been really easy for my body to get on a very natural circadian rhythm. So when the sun rises, I'm not always up at 5:30 every single morning, but I do sleep with my curtains open and the sun does pour in, so that definitely helps. Like when I look up, if I'm waking up to my alarm, I will look up and go get my alarm to turn it off, and when I look up, it's right underneath of a window for me and the sun is pouring in that window, so like I just immediately get hit with the sunlight and it's beautiful and amazing. So I find that really helps. But also, when you are consistent with your sleep schedule, you also tend to not need to wake up to an alarm. So most of the days I will wake up before my alarm. And whenever I wake up without an alarm, I just naturally feel so much more refreshed. If my body naturally wakes up, I just go with it because that means typically that it ended one of its sleep cycles. I think we have 3 or 4 sleep cycles in a night. 3. And I feel like they're in 4-hour increments. So I guess that would be 2. So you tend to have like 2 sleep cycles. I could be making all this up. Maybe it's 3 hours. Either way, whenever I naturally wake up and my body is kind of ending a sleep cycle, I will just go with it and wake up along with my sleep cycle. And I just feel so much better. And when I'm really consistent about going to bed around the same time and waking up around the same time, I find that I don't need my alarm clock and my body just naturally wakes up on its own. With that being said, whenever I do wake up, I try to get outside as soon as I can. Now, soon is relative. Some days it's like immediately I'll go outside and I get sunlight in my eyes. Getting sunlight in your eyes is amazing. 1, for the circadian rhythm of your body. 2, it allows for it's good for your eyes. Like your eyes want that it wants the UV rays, I think UVB, in your eyes. It's really good for your eye health. But 3, it also helps to prevent that afternoon crash. So I do feel like I just feel so much better overall when I have morning sunlight. But like I said, soon is relative. So sometimes I'll wake up and immediately go outside. Other days it'll take me an hour. Whatever it is, I just make sure to get outside earlier in the morning. I always am pretty much outside before 8 a.m. just because I head down to the studio before 8 a.m., whatever. But getting sunlight in my eyes first thing really, really helps. And then on the flip side, being consistent with when I go to sleep at night really helps. And I feel like a really good signal for my body to start to wind down is watching the sun set. On the flip side of that, a really good signal for my body to wake up is viewing the early morning light. So like around the sunrise time, if I'm naturally rising with the sun, I just feel better. And if I'm naturally winding down with the sun, I feel better. So viewing the sunset has also been very helpful. And even if it's just like going up onto the deck and watching it from the deck, or if I'm going down to the bay because I live at the beach, like going down to the bay and watching it at the bay, that really helps too. But just kind of seeing the sun go down, even if it's through a window, it does help a lot. And then just staying consistent with that. going to sleep anywhere between like an 8:30 to 10:30 window, like in that 2 hours, but really just being intentional and winding down during that time helps so much. And I find that with a consistent sleep schedule, I'm overall happier. I have much more energy. I'm less tired. I don't feel any sort of afternoon crash. I have much more energy throughout the entire day. I want to do more things. And overall, I'm just very level headed. Like emotions are not extreme. I'm just calm and level headed. And I really do attribute a lot of that to a consistent sleep schedule. So if you can, view the sunrises and the sunsets, stay consistent with your wake up times and bedtimes, and you'll be amazed at how much better you feel mentally and physically. I put this at number one because I really think sleep is like the best tool when it comes to mental health and physical health. And it's one that we do every day and it's often overlooked. Everyone is going to be a little bit different with how much sleep you need and how much sleep you feel good getting. I find that anything less than 8 hours for me, I do really feel it. Anything more than 8 hours, like anything more than 9 hours, I actually feel like it's too much and I feel a little sluggish. But if I really need like 9, 10 hours of sleep, it doesn't really happen much in the summertime unless I go to bed super early. But 8 hours, eight to 8.5 is like my sweet spot of sleeping. And I just feel really good. My second tip is to stay hydrated. Now, this might be really obvious, but it is the summer and it's so easy to be dehydrated, especially when you're sweating a lot more. Down here in Jersey, it is so humid. Okay. Like literally you walk outside and like you're wet, like you're stepping into a cloud. So it's just really easy to be naturally dehydrated in the summertime. And being dehydrated leads to so much more that we don't always think about, like mood swings, when we feel tired. Our bodies don't also always know the difference between hungry or thirsty. So sometimes when our stomachs are hungry, we might actually just be thirsty. I also read something a few years ago that stuck with me, that when we are craving fruits, like we're craving the refreshment of fruit, it typically means that we're thirsty. And I think this was because like years ago when we were hunter gatherers, don't quote me on this, but I read it and it sounded true. So I'm going to think it's true. It makes sense to me. Hunter gatherers, when they didn't have access to water, they would eat berries because it was refreshing. And that has kind of just stuck with us. So I find that if I'm craving fruit for the refreshment of it rather than like the nutrients of it or the taste of it, then I'm typically thirsty and I'll just have fruit with like water or something like that if I even want the fruit after I have a glass of water. So staying hydrated is really awesome, both physically and mentally. The mental aspects of being dehydrated is crazy. Like the side effects that happen is really, really crazy. With this being said, this whole episode sounds like an ad. I promise it's not. These are just products that I actually use in the summertime to kind of help with feeling my best. I've been using Element, LMNT. And I love Element drinks. Right now I'm using the mango chili flavor and it's a hydration drink. It's like electrolytes, but it's salty, so it's salt. And the mango chili flavor especially is a crazy combination of flavors because it's sweet, it's spicy, and it's salty. What I like most about Element is that they don't have sugar. This literally sounds like a podcast read. It's not. They have no sugar in them. So like Liquid IV, I think it has like 11 grams of sugar per stick. And Element has no sugar added. I think what makes it sweet is natural flavors and stevia extract. So there's no added sugar and it's very salty. And the salt is what replenishes hydration. It's natural electrolytes and it's really good. If you don't want Element or you don't want anything flavored, you can always make a natural electrolyte drink with water and then a pinch of pink Himalayan sea salt in your water and like fresh lemon squeezed in. It's so delicious. It's so good. And it's really going to kickstart your hydration. I tend to drink Element or some sort of salt water at least once a day. Lately, I've been drinking it after my workouts, because my workouts especially have been very sweaty lately just because of how hot and humid it is. Also because I've been adding a lot more hot Pilates and hot yoga into my schedule since I just opened up the second studio in Sea Isle that's yoga and Pilates. So I've been doing a lot more hot yoga, a lot more hot Pilates, running outside. It's very hot and humid, so I'm just sweating a ton. Spin, I always sweat a lot, so no real difference there. Walking, I'm sweating more because it's just so humid. So the humidity, just naturally sweating, I'm just replenishing with electrolyte water. And again, the electrolyte comes from salt. So I've just been using Element because it just makes it nice and flavorful and delicious. Again, I'll link it down below. It's on my LTK, but whatever, that doesn't matter. I will link it below if you guys are interested. I got it during the Amazon sale. I should have mentioned that last week, but I didn't. Anyway, just staying hydrated is going to keep you mentally sharper. Physically, you're going to feel a lot better, and you will be amazed at a body that functions at peak hydration and dehydration are two very different bodies. You will feel overall just so much better.
Here's your free beauty and lifestyle hack for this episode. FabFitFun is a way to save money on beauty and lifestyle products from brands you love, discover new brands, and treat yourself to something nice without overpaying. As a FabFitFun member, you get exclusive access to shop thousands of curated products from top lifestyle products and brands like Fenty, Kate Spade, Glossier, and many more, all for up to 70% off. These aren't sample sizes, low-quality products, or discontinued lines, or unsold merch that you will find at discount stores. So what's their secret? With over 1 million members, FabFitFun helps brand growth by placing massive orders with big promotions. In exchange, the brands offer up early access, exclusive drops, and steep discounts on their most sought-after products. So you can enjoy the brand full-size products of your favorites, new brands, and ones you've been wanting to try at discounted prices that you won't find anywhere else. This is why I love FabFitFun, because typically when it comes to subscription service boxes, you always get really small products or you get ones that maybe no one wants. But with FabFitFun, you always get products that are really hot on TikTok or hot online anywhere, and they're full-size products. And I love everything that I've ever gotten from a FabFitFun box. Join the shopping membership loved by over 1 million happy customers and named #1 by Glamour magazine for 2023. Sign up at fabfitfun.com/manifest to customize your box and get access to discounts up to 70% off on brands like Fenty, Free People, and Our Place, just to name a few. And if you're not in love with the season's options, you can take the credit to shop their exclusive flash sales of up to 70% and save on the biggest brand names out there. If you join FabFitFun as a new seasonal member right now, you'll get 20% off your membership so that your first box is only $47.99 for up to a $300 value box each season. But only while supplies last. FabFitFun boxes sell out and sell out quickly. Join FabFitFun today and save at fabfitfun.com/manifest. fabfitfun.com/manifest.
A little while ago, I had the idea that I wanted to sell the Manifest Planner, and I had no idea where to get started. I had no idea on so many things, but one of the things that I really didn't know about was shipping and e-commerce and selling products online, and that is why I'm so glad that I use and found Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide, including mine. Whether you're a garage entrepreneur or IPO ready, Shopify is the only tool you need to start, run, and grow your business without the struggle. Shopify puts you in control of every sales channel. So whether you're selling satin sheets from Shopify's in-person POS system or offering organic olive oil on Shopify's all-in-one e-commerce platform, you are covered. And once you've reached your audience, Shopify has the internet's best converting checkout to help you turn them from browsers to buyers. I love Shopify. I find it incredibly user-friendly, especially for someone like me that is so foreign to e-commerce. I felt like it has been incredibly helpful. There are tons of help forums. I feel like it makes my website look really professional, and I am obsessed and I love Shopify. I recommend it to anyone. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US, and Shopify is truly a global force powering Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of entrepreneurs of every size across over 170 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way. This is Possibility, powered by Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial at shopify.com/manifest, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/manifest to take your business to the next level today. Shopify.com/manifest. You know what got me excited when I was a kid? It was like ice cream cones and going to the beach. And while that stuff still gets me excited now, you know what gets me excited as a 25-year-old? A doctor that actually understands me, listens to me, and makes me feel super comfortable. And thanks to ZocDoc, I now have that. ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book online appointments. We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for the ones who take your insurance, who are located near you, and they treat almost any condition that you are searching for. These docs all have verified reviews from actual real patients, not robots, which is one of my favorite things about ZocDoc. The average wait time to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is just between 24 to 48 hours. That is it. You can even score same-day appointments. Once you find the doctor that you want, you can book them immediately with just a few app taps. No more awkwardly waiting on hold with a receptionist. We used ZocDoc a couple weeks ago. My dad had a flare-up with his shoulders. It turned out to be arthritis, but we had no idea what it was at the time. His doctor was on vacation. We couldn't get a hold of him, and we needed to get him into a specialist really quickly. We used ZocDoc, and we found him a doctor, and he was in the office the next day, and now he is feeling so much better, and I could not be more grateful. My dad uses ZocDoc. I use ZocDoc. I just adore ZocDoc, and the fact that we found a doctor for my dad that had patient reviews saying that the doctor was great, that the doctor was timely, that the doctor genuinely cared about the patients, made it all the more reason for us to trust a brand new doctor when my dad was in pain and needed relief. Go to ZocDoc.com/manifest and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/manifest. ZocDoc.com/manifest. My third tip is less screen time. Mentally, you are going to feel so much better. So this is like mental well-being of decreasing screen time. I have an entire episode on why screen time is like ruining my life and how I've really actively been trying to reduce my screen time. And I will say I just feel so much better. So last night, as a matter of fact, I was watching the show on Peacock. Why did I say Peacock? So weird. Peacock. It's called Based on a True Story, and it's funny, but it's gruesome, but it's weird, but it's good. I don't know. It's like it's kind of like Stacey Wellingham's new book. What was it called? The second one. Not a Flicker in the Dark. All the Things. No, not that one. All the Different Things. I don't know, something. Anyway, it's kind of a similar premise where it's like, actually, it's not really that similar of a premise, but it's this couple who finds there's a serial killer on the loose. This couple finds out who the serial killer is, and then they propose to start a podcast with the serial killer, and then they have a podcast with the serial killer. It's a very interesting show. It's kind of weird. Anyway, the whole reason that I put this out is because yesterday I was watching that show on Peacock, and I was really enjoying it, but I kind of just got like screen fatigue. I was like, okay, I'm done watching this. And I went outside, watched the sunset, and then as soon as the sunset, I got really bored and I reached for my phone. And I got mad at myself that I reached for my phone because, like, why is that my natural default? Like, why can't I just be bored? Like, God forbid I'm bored. Like, let myself be bored. So instead of just going on my phone and scrolling or doing something on a screen, I pulled out the game Rummy Cube. Rummy Cub. How do you guys say that game? I say Rummy Cube, but I think it's pronounced Rummy Cub. Anyway, it's one of my favorite games. It feels really good on the brain. It like soothes the brain, but I can only do like 2 or 3 games because then I start thinking too much. Anyway, my boyfriend and I were playing that last night, and it just felt so much better than just like watching a screen or watching a show. Like, it gave us something to do together. It was really fun for the mind, and it was just like fun overall. Like, I just really enjoyed it, and I just felt a lot better. The mental well-being of being off of your screen and doing something presently, like physically, actively, just feels so much better. So this summer, really try and decrease your screen time. If you're on, screen time for average of, let's say, like 6 hours a day, can you minimize it to 5 hours and then 4 hours and then 3 hours? And can you get it below an hour every day? Like, that would be so ideal and something that I would love to do. And today also, when I was walking to the studio, I was like, oh, I don't know where my phone is. I think I put it in my bag, and I immediately started searching for my phone. And I was just thinking, like, it would just be so nice to not worry about my phone, like to not worry about where my phone is, who do I need to text? Who do I need to call? Like, what do I need to post? Like, it would just be so nice to just not worry about my phone. And I really want to do that. Like, there was a time before phones and the world literally was turning perfectly fine. So I kind of hope that there is a world after phones as well. And one day, like, everyone's just going to be like, you know what? This is stupid. I don't want to do this anymore. And everyone just drops their phone, leaves their phone, and no one uses their phone anymore. Do you think that'll happen? I think that'd be great for all of us. So instead of being on your phone or in front of a screen, you could try a bunch of other things, such as reading. Like, I read on my Kindle, and personally, that to me doesn't feel like a screen because it looks like a piece of paper. But I'm reading Golden Girl on my Kindle, and I'm also reading the Untethered Soul paperback, and that book is crazy. So good. But I feel like I can levitate when I read that book. So that is a really fun feeling. Anyway, okay. So instead of being on your screen, there are so many other things that we can do. Like, physically moving the body is great, but a sharp mind is equally as important. So less screens and finding something else, like reading a book, playing a board game, doing a puzzle. You guys know I love puzzles. Talking to someone. Imagine just sitting outside and talking to someone without a screen present. Amazing. Journaling, painting, making bracelets. I see so many people making bracelets nowadays, which I love. Going for a walk, or just sitting and enjoying the scenery in front of you. Like, when is the last time you just sat outside and looked? My grandma was here last week, and my grandma would just sit outside and just smile for like hours. She is so cute. Who does that? You know what I mean? Like, just going outside and just being grateful for the space that you have, for where your feet are planted, and just like observing the world around you. That is something that's free, so simple, and so gratifying. We should be doing that more. I also want to make a whole episode about living a life of shoulds. My therapist always says this to me because, like, in therapy, I'll say things like, oh, I should have done this. I feel like I should do that. And she's like, what is up with this should? Like, so much guilt is associated with the term should. Like, should you really be doing this, or do you want to? Do you need to? And it's great advice, and it always makes me think. And I really try to limit my use of the word should. I'll do a whole episode on that. Number 4 is finding more movement. And this is aside from working out. How can we continue to move our bodies? And I'm not saying like, yeah, if you ran 3 miles, go then walk another 30 minutes just to get more movement in. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not talking about like overexerting yourself here of exercise. I'm just talking about simply moving more. Instead of sitting down and watching TV, or instead of sitting on the beach, can you go for a walk on the beach? There are just so many other things that we can be doing to continually move our bodies and keep ourselves active. With the weather being warm, can we park maybe a little bit farther away and walk to dinner? Can you bike to your workout class? Can you meet up with friends outside for a walk instead of sitting down at a happy hour? Can you garden? Can you make an activity goal of 5,000 steps at sunset every night? With the weather being nicer, there's just so much more of an opportunity to go outside and be active. So take advantage of it. Like, these are the moments that we live for. In the winter, it's like, oh, it's cold. I don't want to go outside. It's this, it's that. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But in the summertime, like, this is truly what I live for. I just love this time of year. So having it be warm, going outside, just being more active generally, helping out in the kitchen more, doing the dishes. It could be putting away laundry, cleaning your space, just anything to get your body to continually move aside from working out. Like, not everything has to be a workout. You know what I mean? Maybe it's getting a walking pad at your desk so that you can walk while you answer emails or while you work. Maybe it's pacing while you take conference calls at work. Maybe it's shopping more so that you can walk around. You know what I mean? Like, there are so many ways just to remain active in a what could be sedentary lifestyle, and just finding more movement. An active body will thank you, and a body in motion stays in motion, and it just feels so much better to get up, to get moving. You will thank yourself. And my final tip is to eat fresh seasonal foods. In the summertime, I find that I really crave cold foods like smoothies. So being able to pack smoothies with fruits and veggies makes me feel really good internally, but it's also incredibly refreshing. And I just feel better physically and mentally. Eating seasonally, like getting fresh peaches or Jersey tomatoes, feels amazing and tastes delicious. I have this one client down here who has a booming garden, and she always gives us such a gorgeous amount of tomatoes at the end of the summer, and it's just like the best thing ever. They're starting to roll in, and I'm just so excited. With that always makes me want to try out new recipes with things that I get from the farmer's market. I also love like grilled chicken on top of a Greek salad with like a side of orzo. That is always so delicious. Maybe it's just baking a bit more. Well, I guess baking isn't necessarily fresh. Honestly, you could do whatever you want with like baking a peach cobbler. Oh my God. Do you bake peach cobbler? I don't know. Anyway, just being more experimental with fresh, local, seasonal foods is really fun to do. And it makes me just feel a lot better in the summertime. Mentally, I really enjoy baking. Physically, I really, not just baking, but cooking as well. I just really enjoy challenging myself to eat fresh and seasonal foods come the summertime. It just feels better. And it also gives you something to do, like going to the farmer's market, walking around the farmer's market. There's your movement, supporting the local farmers. Like all that stuff just feels really good internally. It's a great way to get active, eat locally and seasonally, and get really creative in the kitchen. So eating fresh seasonal foods is an amazing way to feel mentally better this summer and physically better this summer. So those are 5 very simple wellness and health tips for the summertime to begin or maintain a healthy lifestyle this summer. Again, just because these are simple tips does not necessarily mean that they are easy tips, but just implementing one of these tips into your routine will make you feel so much better. Again, you don't need like 105 tips to feel really good. Sometimes all you need are 5 good daily non-negotiable habits that you just want to do every single day. And these could be those 5 things for you that transform your life. You don't need something huge and elaborate to like make your life change for the better. Sometimes less is more. And in this approach, I think less is so much more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying summer and living it up. I know I am. Thank you guys so much for listening. Be sure to check out my description box and show notes for anything that you might have missed, any links that I provide. And I hope you guys are having an amazing Monday. Happy Manifest Monday. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye, guys.